It's not so bad to want a little courage sometimes, is it? You are enlisted in the army to Fort Burr, an outpost that hardly deserves to be called a fort. Located on the road near Pleasantville in the middle of frozen nowhere, you're deprived of human contact and luxuries like plumbing. Captain Kelvin has requested to see you. He says that the nearby town of Pleasantville has been plagued by some threat or another, and he wants to use you to help them. It's a thankless job, what you do. You read the sign, barracks. This is Captain Kelvin, the frigid commander of Fort Burr. Not that he's strict, but he is cold. He has thin blood and takes particularly poorly to the weather, but hasn't been able to get reassigned yet. So, sir, how are you doing?
No small talk. Save energy.
What's the mission?
But bandits. Plaguing Pleasantville. Go there. Help. Go.
What supplies are available?
Take. I don't care. Take. Storeroom. Leave larder alone. Go.
That's all for now. Thanks. The administration here is merely a ruse. This poor sod died of frostbite years ago. Since all administrators merely exist to let papers accumulate on their desks, he does his job just fine. All that's stored here is food, and you would undoubtedly anger many people if you actually resorted to stealing any. Not to break the fourth wall, but you're not going to need his services, so I'm not going to give him a dialogue node just so you can hear him describe what it's like being alone in a remote area. Let's face it, you're not too competent, and you're very likely to buckle if you're placed in a combat situation. Fortunately, there's an herbalist to the southeast who can work wonders. If you were to ask him for assistance, he'd probably give it. He's always been fairly generous to the soldiers nearby for some reason. You read the sign, Herbatorium of Peace.
God damn it, I told you I'd have the next batch ready by next week at the earliest. It's not my fault that your movers get nabbed, so get them.
He quickly realizes that you're not who he thought you were and composes himself.
Ah. Well now. Sorry about that. I get angry customers, even in a remote location like this. Or should I say, especially here. No, never mind that. What can I do for you? After all, I love to stay on the good side of soldiers.
Peacechild seemed very angry before, but now that the confusion is over, he seems placid and reserved.
Just let me know how I may be of assistance. I only wish to be friendly, you see.
To whom did you think you were talking before?
That's. Well, some customers have their goods stolen in transit to their destinations. Then, they come to me as if it's my fault and demand that I produce more to meet their needs. Of course, that's not why you're here, so I apologize. But yes, even out here, I get hassled.
Why do you live so far away from civilization?
That's. I mean, there are certain people who don't like how I do my trade. I mean, it's a business deal, you see. I mean, you're cool, right?
Explain your situation.
Ah. So you need to feel brave. You need to be able to use your hidden power. Yes, I think I know what you need.
He produces a small, brown vial filled with liquid.
This stuff is fairly potent, but it'll let you get closer to your locus of power. It'll help you channel your energies. I'll let you have a dose at no charge, of course. Are you interested?
Yes, hand it over. You quickly grab the vial and down it. Peacechild seems somewhat shocked.
That's significantly more than the average person takes. I mean, are you sure? Certain that you want to be that courageous? I mean, maybe you don't need it after all. Because that's.
His expression changes. Before he seemed worried, but now, his eyelids rest downwards and his frown turns into a smile.
No, you've got rigorous training. You're prepared to handle courage no problem. In fact, I think the extra dose will do you good if you've got to take on bandits. Anyway, that's all I can do for you. So. Yeah. Be with peace, friend.
He smiles.
Well. If you can still move, you should be fine. This'll give you the extra dose of courage you need.
I have another question. Peacechild is still leisurely strolling about his hut. By the time you reach Pleasantville, it's nighttime. The doors are all closed, likely because of the bandits, and a soldier approaches you. He appears glad to see you.
Ah, you. Quickly. Come with me to City Hall.
He quickly shuffles down the road, not wanting to be in the cold for too long. The mayor smiles.
Finally, some assistance. If you don't mind, I'd prefer to meet in the larger hall here. I've already opened the door.
The mayor begins to speak, but something odd happens.
Market dog blue road. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. Upheaval person making in far away.
What the hell is this? Some sort of bad joke? What are you saying? Wait a second. Pleasantville was never this large, was it? And there were never any reports of bandits in the area before. But then, that doesn't explain why you're here. There's something wrong with this picture. You must have gotten lost somewhere while you were daydreaming. But now, you are absolutely certain that 3 pests lie in front of you. Still, you aren't afraid. You aren't. You were simply caught off guard by a little extra courage. Wow, you were really oblivious as you were fighting. This isn't actually a wooden floor. It's a cave. Silly you. But that means you've forgotten your sense of direction. Now, you have to figure out whence you came. You need to stay more focused. But hey, you're still okay. A bunch of people got lost here. Fortunately, they weren't stripped of their possessions. There are runes placed here that glow gently, lighting up the caves. This is most likely the work of a passing, benevolent mage who didn't want people to get trapped here. Rocks don't move, nor do they have fangs. Crap, these spiders can camouflage themselves. This'll be dangerous. What the? You have to stop daydreaming. This isn't an exit. Concentrate. What if you were to make a mistake like this with those dangerous spiders trying to get you? This is wrong. Something is wrong. You should not be here. That should not be the exit of the cave. You should be in Pleasantville. How did you get lost? There are spiders here. You didn't hear them coming. You should have. Were you daydreaming again? This is all a bit worrisome, but buck up. You've got nothing to be afraid of, right? This network of caves seems more expansive than you remember any in the area being. Speaking of which, rubble shouldn't crumple underneath your feet. Insect casings, however, should most definitely crack underneath your feet. By the way, was there ever such a place as Pleasantville? You don't ever recall being there or seeing it on any maps. But weren't you there just a second ago? It's hard to remember. But Peacechild was warning you not to leave his hut after drinking that potion. He was screaming and begging, but you were so stubborn. Wait, why were you seeing Peacechild? Oh, that's right. This frontier was never known for its bandits. It was known for its huge spider nest that extended for miles. You wanted to get a potion from Peacechild to help cure your arachnophobia. You were never called in to deal with bandits in any way. You were called in to deal with spiders. Hundreds of creepy crawly spiders with their dripping fangs, twitching legs, and maybe someday soon more soldiers or mercenaries will be sent to clear this place out when they realize how horribly outclassed they are. For now, however, it's mealtime. This strange brew didn't give you courage. It gave you delusion.